Yeah, nothing. So,
Oh, no, okay.
I will continue to make them Nikki happy sheep, but
Nikki happy.
happy Nikki sheep. And this was made me so happy when it's like, you don't have to go through the feeding process, just shave them. Okay.
All right. How much are we at?
Quite a lot.
Excuse me.
However, there's some currently in that I can't grab out right now because it kind of cooled off.
Well, a lot is relative. It's gonna go so incredibly fast.
We have made a lot. Yeah. Whereas how long that a lot will last is...
It's not very long, yeah, but...
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I guess do one more poll. At least one more. We still have more of everything that we need for it, so... I just don't want to be just doing this all day, because the poor people gotta watch it.
You can reach.
I'd like to think I'm helping speed it up just a tiny bit.
You are.
I'd like to thank all the little people.
Well, honey, I was 6'8". Everybody was a little people.
I'm a little people.
Everybody looks up to me.
Well, do we want the piggies to have warmth and yeah, I guess around this jack-o'-lantern in there. Yeah, the jack-o'-lantern works too, because all around the jack-o'-lantern is
it's just not as much light.
Because
the jack-o'-lantern is sunk in, the light goes up and then out from that point. But because the bug is on the surface, it spreads out from that point on the surface, so it works a lot better.
Right.
There's no cornering of the light. But the pigs don't need to eat. Oddly enough. Thankfully, they haven't gotten that far in TFC realism.
Well, we don't need, we don't need anything from the pigs, and they are just like...
They're just kind of taking up room.
Babies, man. What the hell? There's been a pig explosion. I hate to, like, harvest them because I have the hat. I hate to harvest, kill them and harvest them because we already have plenty of meat. We don't really need that.
Well, you gotta use less soybeans. Use them. We have real beef, or we have real meat.
But then
we have ham.
But
BLTs, hun.
But belts. Yeah, enough for another round. Belts. BLTs are great. Add an egg, it's a belt, and it's even better. Totally.
Well, we can't add the eggs at the moment.
I know. Totally.
You know what?
Discover that being cheap
I think that's what I'm gonna. All right, when are you going on your next trip to the south, hon?
Mid-January.
Mid-January.
So
2 more days.
Well, really, it really and truly, it will not be ready until like the 14th of January. So.
I think that aren't the months only 10 days long?
Are the months 10 days long?
Pretty sure they're 10 days long.
And they're only 10 days in the month. Separate the boys from the girls. Yes, exactly, Inessos. That's what I was thinking. We're gonna have to wrangle them. For sure.
You know, I hate to think about another pack right now, but I'm really tempted to, at the end of the stream, go and start doing agricraft in the crack pack, and have five viewers actually watching me do it. But I want to breed seeds. I'm sick. All right, Firedale. I'm not gonna do another poll after that one. Can you just finish off that one?
Sure.
I want to go start working on the trees a little bit.
Really dedicated to craft.
Yes.
Okay.
And flux. Okay.
Wish me luck. I'm about to mud wrestle a whole bunch of piggies.
Good luck.
I'm gonna need it. I do have food right here.
May the hun be with you.
Oh no, that's a curse. That's not nice.
Your BLT has been challenged, hun. Young Skittles prefers a boat. Bacon, onion, anchovies, tomato sandwiches.
Okay, well...
That is an interesting challenge that I don't think I'm going to take on. That sounds absolutely horrible.
That is an interesting sandwich.
Bacon, onion, anchovy, tomato sandwiches.
8-ish days in a month.
I'd be okay without the anchovies.
Oh my.
That's fine.
You were just trying to think of a name for boat, weren't you? And A worked for that.
Mm-hmm.
You could have asparagus. Yeah.
Asparagus, apples, applesauce, apple juice.
Apple juice on a sandwich, I just don't think would work well.
It goes with the sandwich.
Apple butter. For a
apple butter.
Spread. Ah, frigger.
Apple Jacks.
See, now imagine bread dipped in apple juice and made into something.
I don't want you here.
With eggs.
Get your butt in the off the butt off the snout out out.
Snout.
Han's wrestling the pigs.
Okay.
It's a literal mud wrestling pit.
Grease piggies are not fun to wrestle. What the hell?
So are you winning or losing?
Yeesh. Snout. Ah.
I should probably spread out more, but that's all right. Hey,
so
Ian.
yeah, I'll be going there soon.
Ian, you've been quiet.
He's AFK. Has been for a while.
He's way too quiet.
I had to punch him off of the stacks in there because I couldn't get ores. They kept popping into him.
There we go. There we go.
I mean, the ingots.
Okay. We're gonna go get the lead. Now we're not gonna kill them. We're gonna get some ropes and we're gonna because I got lots and lots of food.
But Belt's hun. Well, one of the reasons I was saying I'm waiting for the next time you go south is because I want to go south and see about finding some chickens.
Chickens. Okay, well.
Chickens.
Chickens. Oh my Lord. Are you going to be prepared to do that shortly? Because basically, it's a month. It's you got to go a couple days longer each month. Because it didn't like when I went the first to whatever. It wasn't quite ready. So you got to go a few days in.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few days later.
I can go whenever, but yeah, I'll be ready. I just gotta grab some food and find the thing for grabbing the chickens and go.
Okay, so what do we have in here? Is there only one boy in here? Oh, there's.
I finished it off pack and made another still 2-year for the future.
Okay.
This looks a little bigger.
Beautiful. Guess I can put that back. And I wanted to start.
And I did manage to get everything out of the crucible. So bonus.
Great googly moogly. I don't think we're going to be able to separate the boys and the girls until we're actually moving them to a new, like leading them to a new
enclosure.
Yeah, we'll have to actually like pull them.
Okay. Now to find the bags, because I have no idea where we put those.
There's a miner's bag over in the forge somewhere.
No. Looking for the... Wait, why is that... Could have built his backpack in there that I could have upgraded if I had known it was there.
There we go. Yeah, it looks awesome.
Planks, carpenter's blocks, ladders, hooks, sticks, boats. That's... No.
Don't get out! Don't get out! Don't get out!
That's a lot of stuff. 6 hours left on it. Regular furnace. Brick ovens up.
I'll bring that one too. Okay, Tucker bags. Check. What day are you leaving, hon? Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Wait, were you not going to leave tomorrow? Because that could be too soon.
Well, I was gonna leave when it was, I don't remember the day it was. I wasn't thinking of it in terms of being only
you said
10
5th.
days. I believe I planted everything like the 4th or the 5th of December, so it needs to be a couple of days after that.
Just make it every 2 months. There's no need to go down there and stand around.
Alright, so then... I guess I'm going down without that then.
Or we could just wait for it to be the 5th day. You know, the 5th, whatever. Like, give it a day and a half.
Well, could just go down there and not do that. Just go down there.
Yeah, you can go down there and then you get your way back.
I do want to try parking this thing in a better spot.
Do you want to be dropped off and picked up, or do you want to come back with the ship yourself?
I was thinking dropped off so that I didn't leave this out there in case I was gone for a long time.
Okay. Well, it's going to take time to actually travel there because it is 6,000 blocks. So if you want to, I will go with you and...
Neon's getting chased by a Yeti.
Yes, I am being chased by one.
Pack,
I'm
I
being
have
chased
a
by 2.
question.
Mm-hmm.
What was it you were needing hoppers for?
For the crusher.
Do you have food, baby? I'm just going to go grab some food before we go.
I have food.
Okay, I'll grab some for me.
Did you find the Tucker bags?
Yes.
Yay.
Oh, is the
Great.
immersive engineering multi-block, right?
No, go away.
So it actually needs a normal... Okay.
Okay, did anybody else want to go south when we were going south?
Dynamite.
Need to line up better.
Pack, did you bring any trees?
No.
If I wasn't about to head off in a little bit, I would go south, but I am, so I don't want to have to leave and then get stuck down there.
Well, let's go. We can.
We really got to
got
figure out this docking thing a little better, but this is... Okay,
I know.
think... I just want to test this thing out.
Why not build an actual air dock?
This
That's
is an air
pretty
dock.
close.
Is that...
Do you remember the Pistons pack?
That's pretty dang.
The
close.
Pistronics?
I would align your boat so that
You
straighten
can
out.
make like a bridge that extends out.
The problem is that you can't
Ooh.
strafe to the left and right. If you could
Pistronic
strafe...
sounds like a good call.
That does sound pretty good.
You're
I
like
said, you can
2
make
or
an
3 blocks
extending
out
bridge.
still.
Yeah,
Pat.
Yeah, I know.
You were good. C is for break.
Oh god, it's
since you're
McLeod.
drifting.
It might be better to take these and mount them on the back so you can back up into it. Actually, that makes a lot more sense. All right,
Yeah, see what I was saying? Strafing was a pain in the
yeah.
butt.
All right, I'm gonna go land really quick.
I like the idea of
Hey.
building a little extending bridge.
Was that a Nasos or Firedale over there? That was Firedale.
Yes.
Could you grab your hammer?
Which one?
The hammer for the carpenter's hammer, so that we can redo the planks, because I'm gonna put them on the back.
Sure. 1 minute.
Okay, well then I'm gonna grab another thing.
Because I mean, you could even attach it to the Shit. And then after you've docked and disassembled, then the piston harness will work.
No, this will work fine.
Carpenter's hammer up. Oh, somebody put it back. It's nearly broken.
Yeah, I only used it for 2 things. It was already pretty worn out. All right. Align, disassemble. Okay.
You wanted spruce, right?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but spruce works. Spruce we have
May
a
I-
lot of.
May I take all 10 saplings that are in this particular box?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I need to go get these. Okay.
More hedge spiders.
Why do I lag so much here?
Mm.
I don't know.
Okay, so
Sorry,
now
I
if we
tried to
put
throw it to you, but you weren't where I threw it. It's down there at the corner of the fence post.
Oh, this is actually a problem because the balloon is so long.
Mm-hmm. You can't do the thing. Dante, worst case scenario, I will do that. I'll kill the boys in one half and the girls in the other. I'm just hoping not to.
Well, from the look
you
of the
mean,
fact that enemies can spawn inside the balloon, I'm pretty sure it's hollow. So why don't you just make the balloon slightly smaller and move the parts that you move in inside? You
'Cause
can
it
still
looks
keep
cool.
the shape.
The look.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look. So 1, 2 would be here, right? No, that'd be 3. So this is 1. This is 2. So we need to take those 2. All right, fine. That's not so bad.
Oh yeah. When I step up this way, suddenly my frames drop drastically.
Hmm. Oh, is it
Down
because
by
of
Lodge's house?
is it because by Lash's house?
Yeah, I think so.
Is
Oh.
it because of his big tower thing?
He's got
Maybe.
so many chiseled blocks down there.
Yeah, just like
He
the whole thing's
does.
made out of chisel blocks.
You're trying to break my computer.
Yes, he is. Shame on him. He should feel bad about himself.
But he's having fun.
Okay, the shapeless grafter pollen recipe, that doesn't work. That only works to change a vanilla sapling to a forestry sapling.
Right.
I'm sorry, a TFC sapling to a forestry sapling.
Right. That's not
You can't make silver lime with that.
right. Wait.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah. I thought you were asking what about that part. Yeah. The actual combining is the whole breeding them together thing. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I misunderstood what you were asking.
Okay.
Yeah, to make silver lime, you need a silver birch and then right-click with an apple oak pollen
Mm-hmm.
on the leaves.
That is apparently how one does it. Yep.
Get
Or
your...
you put an apple oak next to. Go ahead.
Sorry. Fine.
Yeah, and then you let the
Yelling
bee
at the
do
pig
their
to
thing.
get his tusked face in the dang spot.
It's tusk face.
That
Yes.
good old tusk face of his.
Get your...
Get your
Mm-hmm.
You show that pig what for, honey.
At least Ledge isn't doing it in the center of town. Yeah, there are so many chisel blocks. It's definitely a problem. You mean
Oh,
the current dirt pitch is plentiful. Hey, little girl, let me let you can because heavy.
Okay, thank you,
Get
hon.
in there. You get in there, little girl. You're a girl, no tusks. No, no tusks. This is a no tusk zone.
Let me check in here.
We want the girls in here. Anessos!
What?
Why you say separate the boys and the girls? Because now I have to do it.
Why are you separating
you
the boys from the
said-
girls?
There's too many, and you didn't want to kill them, and that will keep you from getting 1,000,000 more.
Dad.
You're assuming they can't breed through the fences.
And then you said, "Oh yeah, I know. That's what I was going to do anyway." So
Well,
you
I
were going
said
to do that
I
anyway,
I
just
was,
to say,
I
huh?
was thinking this, but you said it. Now it seemed like a reasonable thing. When I was thinking it seemed unreasonable, and suddenly it seemed reasonable, and now it's all your fault, Anessos.
Uh-huh.
Why you do this to me, Anessos?
So what happens if I open this gate?
You let them all mingle. I ain't got nothing separated out right now. I was just like starting off. Here, you want to take a hand at wrestling? There's a couple of leads. Pack when you're up. Dude, that squirrel tail.
So which side is what?
Well, right now it's just all piggy.
It's just all piggy.
It's just all piggy.
Honey, you need a third thing where you
There's a
put
third
them
thing.
all.
Yeah, there's a third thing over here. There's 2 boys here, and I was working on trying to get. And I have more. I can make it bigger.
I mean, you put them all
So-
together in one big one that's away from this, and then you
Yeah.
take them out one at a time and put them right where you want them to be.
Well, that's what I was gonna do with this little contraption. Was slowly move them into where I wanted them.
Pack, do you have a eolizer and/or treealizer?
Yeah, they're
Yes.
somewhere.
And my thought is
freaking
boys
come
in
on.
here,
Hmm. By
boys
in
in
there,
here,
you
girls
mean
in the big spot.
Do you
In
have
the-
any
in
fence
the-
posts, honey?
The house over there.
forestry
thing.
shed?
Yeah, the forestry shed.
Yeah, they're not here. All right.
Then MKK might have logged out with them.
Yep. Okay.
So I'm trying to get the boys into this area here.
Mm-hmm.
And some girls just ran in. What the hell? I opened it up for 2 seconds. And 2 girls come running in.
Yeah. It's gone.
Such is the way of the pig explosion. Squirrel, you are not a pig.
You cannot. I know, right? I saw that tail. You cannot deny our love, apparently.
And Asos, if you
Can
want
I have
to,
another fence, honey?
could you use the grafters in all the spots that need the grafters that you were making?
Sure.
See if you can get some more sequoias.
Thank
It's like
you.
a 10% chance. So actually, I think it's a
Mhm.
5% chance. It's something ridiculously tiny.
What are we doing with sequoias?
If we get a 9x9 of sequoias, then or a 3x3 of sequoias, that in other words 9 of them, then we can make a giant sequoia tree, and all our wood problems would be solved for the charcoal.
Aha. Okay. Just looking around in here to see if there happen to be alizers hanging around somewhere, but I don't see any.
Yeah, no.
A treealizer should be in the chest with all the other stuff.
The chest with the other stuff. Okay.
Over by the
Ah,
with the bee
By the
alizer. Over by
bees.
the yeah.
You
No,
are
there's no bees or treealizers in there.
Huh.
a boy.
Well, that stinks.
I think there's mosquitoes in your arboretum, hon.
Probably.
You might want to see about that.
okay, let's try this now. See how easy it was this time.
Hey, Bardo, you want to give that one a little shove?
Which one?
The one that's tied. He's like right at the doorway.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. Shut the door, shut the door, shut the door, shut the door. Yes!
So where you want the boys?
Well, in this... I separated into two in case I opened it up and lots came through. These back two is where I'm putting the boys, and the front two are where the girls are. I'm just trying to work back and forth.
Would you be so kind as to put one fence right here on top of this one?
Uh-huh.
So it's a straight walk off like a stair. Thank you. And here's your fence back.
You want a gate on this side?
No, you're fine.
So the boys in the back and the girls up front is what I'm trying to separate it out into.
What's this, honey?
The boys can become bacon, the girls can have book clubs and giggle fights. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
That was Kat's idea.
Mhm.
Yeah, that seems kind of painful to do like
Sure.
that.
There.
I am Amar. Thank you for following me. Firedale, that's an interesting technique you have there.
It only hurts a little bit.
Oh.
It was hurting me much more than it was hurting them, but I fixed that.
Well, we got some girls in the mix here, though. We gotta make it go the other way around too. Like 2 girls came hauling ass in here when I opened it up at one point. Here, this one. They're right by the gate. Right by the gate. Shove them out. That's not the gate. Wait, didn't I have a gate on this side too? I did.
Why
Okay,
did
here's the
that?
girl.
Okay.
Let me go over so we can get her by the gate.
Right. Shove that boy in. Shove that boy in. Dag nabbit.
I was trying to get the girl out. Okay, I think I
Oh, we
got
the
one of
girl
the girls
got
out.
Yes, we did. Well, I'm trying to get the girls out, but if there's a boy wanting to come in, let's just let him
That's
come
fine.
on in.
All right. I was able to mount the ship. I was able to set it up right. It does work.
Cool.
Okay,
It's
you ready to
finicky,
go?
but it works.
Where's the other girl?
Let me just make.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna need a new sack of food.
Where'd you
I've
go,
already
honey?
Had
I'm ready.
Oh.
Alright, I think I have to. I think now is my time, unfortunately, to get going.
All right.
Alright, take
Yeah.
care.
Alright. I probably won't be back before you guys are
Good
finished
job,
tonight, but
Oh,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
that sucks.
And then you
I'm
won't be
going
here
behind
next
my
week
dude.
at all.
Nope. So I'll be off next week.
Got another one.
All right. Catch you later,
Hey,
Neha.
catch you later,
Bye,
guys.
See
darling.
you, Neon.
Hang on, I gotta make sure this boy gets pushed out of the way. Okay, go, 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 go.
I gotta put some stuff away before I go on this.
Good job.
You need rear view mirrors pack. You betcha I do.
Yes, we do. We were saying that. Okay, boy, boy, boy. Hang on, what picture do you have? That's a girl. Boy, boy, boy. Ha ha ha. There's only one girl left in this one. Okay,
Yep, I've got her ready.
go, go.
And she jumped right through.
I'm pretty sure this is a boy-only zone. Okay, so we have.
It's not a bad parking pack. I like that.
Looks
It's
like
a lot
me.
easier than trying to strafe, eh?
All right.
It's
If you're ready,
still
Pac,
a little
I'll head
difficult,
out.
but it works. Yeah.
At least you can just go forward and backward in
Yeah,
your
I
line.
think this is now also a girl only zone.
All right. I'm putting the carpenter's hammer in with the carpenter's blocks. FYI.
Oh boy.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go. All right. I am now ready.
Okay.
When pigs fly!
Weehaw! All right, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
She's a coming.
I'm coming. Round the mountain when she comes. Bum, bum, bum. I've dropped some extra fences and gates in the chest out here. If you so
Well, actually,
desire.
we're good over here. This
Okay.
one's all girls and that one's all boys.
Though there's one more that's got a mix though. There are 4 pins. 3 of the
Yeah, I
4
see
are
that.
good, but there's one more that's mixed company.
See, line it up and everything, hun. All you gotta do is park it again, just like that.
Yeah, sounds totally easy.
Yeah!
Totally not making shifty faces.
Okay, you gotta do your mounting thing so I can get on the ship.
Oh. Oh, I thought you might want to drive. That's fine.
Well, then you were standing on the ship and you would have fallen through it.
Assemble ship. Mount ship.
Good.
I'm going to
we're off.
accidentally kill myself here.
Careful. Don't hurt yourself trying to wrestle them piggies. They got tusks. They're sharp.
I just think it's kind of cool that this actually worked.
I do too, because it's a hell of a lot better plan than I was doing. He's climbing up on fence posts, like a stair step that he made, and with the, you know how we had the the unfortunate Geronimo incident last year.
I'm whipping the piggies over.
He's using that principle to up and away piggies. So as he climbs up, and then they just sort of go flying up to him in the yo-yo effect with the rope, and then they go over the fence.
Totally undamaged, I'm sure.
Slightly.
I've gotten it down to a science. As long as I don't go up too quickly, then they don't go up far enough to take damage. But they're not dying, so
they're not dying.
Win-win.
Okay.
So,
and I'm technically not hurting them. Gravity is.
Yeah, they're hurting themselves when they land.
I was about to say.
Oh. You let the cute boy in. Did you blame them?
Girl.
Now, once we get them separated, boys and girls, I'm going to take out the divider in the middle. I was just trying to contain the madness if we open the gates and everything rushed in.
They are fully separated.
You are a rock star! I can break it down if you don't want to. It's not a big deal. Now, Pack does have a point, though.
I'm going to put an extra fence in between.
Okay, well, I was thinking that too. First of all, they're probably already all knocked up, so we probably already have a whole bunch of pregnant ones. And second, yeah, the whole separation thing. If we do the 2 fences, that should be enough. And we're off to the races. The rat is quiet. And
I'm just looking at the map.
Oh, okay.
Look up, piggies. I've got an axe.
Why does the map look like there's a lot more land than there used to be? Oh no, our problem was when we went to the north. That's right. There was no land to the north.
See, this is what got me. When I was going, it was generating all this land. That's why I was about to be like, and then I went, oh no, I never came directly from the house before. We came from that other direction, right?
That's the trip I made last time, where I found all that interesting stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff over there.
We have a lot of land and castles and stuff this way too. I think we passed 2 castles on the way to the.
They are not happy about being separated.
Yeah, well, you know what? They can rave and rage against the machine all they want. I'm still separating them. Population control around these here parts.
Please spay, neuter, and separate your animals.
Your animals. I almost think we need to do it with the cows too, because we have, but they don't make nearly as many babies as the pigs do. But I'll do that when I get back. And the sheep seem to be fairly.
Little piggy, you are about to die.
We probably should, actually, in all seriousness, we probably should separate out the sheep and, I mean, like all of them.
It is weird how they're breeding on their own. I don't know why they've been doing that. That's not a TFC thing.
It must be a new one.
Yeah, because they're breeding on their own, and then it does get to be like way too crowded in there.
Yeah, because I don't know of anything that would cause mobs to breed on their own.
That's what I'm confused
Especially
by.
Specifically TFC ones. So I think the newer version of TFC may have put that in.
Maybe. I don't remember reading that log.
Well, maybe that is to balance out the fact that there's a finite number, finite number of the things that exist.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So if they do come across each other in nature, then try to keep it growing. You know how people have had problems with, I killed 2 things and now there's none in the world. It's the only thing I can think of, but.
Or like with the wolves and the sheep and things like that.
Right.
You
The
know,
breeding on their own is not TFC.
Really?
Bunsen has, you know what? I take Bunsen's word on this one. Bunsen has said it is not, because he's done a mod pack himself too, with a TFC base. So
but
he's
what
dug into all
pack
that.
what would do that? Yeah, I can't think of anything that would do that.
Maybe Lycanite mobs?
I was just gonna say Lycanites, but that's only because I know there is breeding in Lycanites.
Yeah, but it has its own.
It has its own set of
things.
stuff, right? I don't know, but man, we're gonna have to separate out all the boys and the girls just because it's ridiculous. Don't worry about the impending mountains. We're gonna totally just skim the top of them.
So yeah, oddly enough, all that actually worked. And I left the gates in towards the other fence side. That way, if we do end up needing to breed them for whatever reason, you open the fence and just let one in that little area.
Let one in, yeah. Serve their purpose and kill them dead.
Because they should be able to get close enough with just the one fence between them, I think.
Alright, so if we have the 2 fences between them, and we really should separate out all of them. We've got plenty of fences and stuff. No clue what could be causing that. Yeah. Wolfie!
We asked before, he didn't know either.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, on the one hand, it makes it easier, but on the other hand, it makes it, well, annoying. Because they keep doing it. Like, I get enough pigs, thanks! What is that thing?
Well, and it's cool because the piggies do have lots of babies, and it's interesting to see the different animals having the different litter sizes. I think that's very interesting. But then when you end up with piggies that pop out, 7 at a time.
Man, I really wish I was going to be on the trip home to see you try to park this thing.
You'll hear all about it, I'm sure.
He's played his own pack, and unless it's a config option that he's not seen or a different version, it can't be Lycanites either. It is interesting nonetheless. Indeed, my darling. Indeed.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's a cool looking little lake right there. Well, that you can't see in the fog at the moment because the sun is coming up. Never mind.
Can't see.
There is nothing to see there now.
Apparently.
Pack, isn't Honey Play streaming?
Yes.
MJ Evans has asked the question.
Maybe it's not loading on his screen or something.
I think regarding you'd like to see when she tries to park the thing.
Oh no, MJ
That would be my
is
guess.
saying to park. Yeah, what you just said, so I could watch the parking. But
right,
except that it'll crash your game.
Improv,
they'll be able to see.
I cannot do that because it will crash my game if I try to do that because of the NVIDIA driver.
I was gonna say because you're working.
No, it's the NVIDIA. I would totally do it if it wasn't for the fact that NVIDIA would crash my game.
You know how we're moving in a couple of months, right?
Uh-huh.
And
heard a rumor, you?
Yes, we are moving in a couple of months. Well, we still have to have a place to move to, but
Ian, you've moved. Sorry.
We're working on these things. But we're kind of. Holy crap! I just forgot what I was gonna tell you.
Moving.
Dang it.
Couple months
Dang
moving.
it. Something.
Ian, are you here?
He's not in.
She's standing in the field now.
Okay.
Oh, he's not in Discord.
Yeah, he's not in Discord.
Sorry. You were telling us about how, how you have to move in a couple of months, and there was that thing.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I was gonna say Ian, if we could clear out an area for the rest of the trees. He was working on that before, and he was enjoying blowing up the hill.
Yamina, that picture is so cool. That does look like a witch face, sure. Very, very fussy skull. You are not the only one who sees that.
Oddly enough, when we get there, I'm gonna go take up residence inside that tower and go get some food.
Food.
Just so you know, the protection from when you guys were there and planting everything is no longer there.
What protection?
Well, when I was there the first time, online playing, thank you for following me. There was no mob spawning whatsoever, and I assumed because you guys were there for a while as you initially set up the farm. But when I stayed a couple of days. I ran around a couple of days waiting for the things to be ready. When I left this time, I landed in the morning and I got all the stuff. And as I was going up at night, there were mob spawning all around. So whatever mob spawning protection that I assume we have.
I wasn't even assuming that there was any, so that's fine.
Yeah, so there will be bad guys.
That's okay. Understandable. I better hope that I find a tree because I did not bring stuff to make a boat.
I know that special AI, which also has mob griefing of lights and such, not sure if that's even in TFP, so that's like a blood and bones thing, has an option for mobs breeding when eating breeding items off the ground. Huh. Don't know if it would work for TFC mobs. So it could be special AI has a setting. Thank you, Zeth. At least it's a place to start or to look with Wolfie.
I don't think it's completely game breaking, so not really anything to fix.
Yeah, I'm not that worried about it.
I mean, I actually kind of like that it's much more real to life.
It makes sense. They should breed without feeding them, but on the other hand, they don't need to be fed ever, at all.
Right.
Outside of making them like you in the first place. Yeah, but then you never need to feed them again, which is okay.
You don't have to do that anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, once they're familiar enough, then you don't have to.
Yeah. It's a little weird.
Good night, Yamina.
Yeah, night, Yamina. I saw that.
Thanks for stopping by.
Night, Yamina.
Poor thing won't be able to stop by for regular rounds right now.
Because she has classes,
I would
right?
put the females up front, close to where the barrels are.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was thinking is, leave the females up front. That's why I did the pigs there, was so when we did the next round, it would just, all the girls up front, and then we could milk them and such.
Pigs?
When I did the pigs, that's why I was thinking of moving them, I was thinking in terms of the cows and the milking, sorry. The sort of got all jumbled together.
I left my clipboard.
You left your clipboard.
Oh my god, turn around. I need my clipboard.
Uh-huh. You don't need your stinking clipboard.
We only need one boy cow, right?
A bull.
Yeah, pretty sure we only need the one boy. Mostly we needed the cows for the milk and for the cheese and, the occasional baby.
Do we need any meat?
Well, we're not like overflowing with meat. We have plenty, but so I don't mind if we harvest some. I was just looking at all of those pigs, like, oh my goodness, it would be like half of it at least would be wasted. So if you want to go ahead and cull some of it, go for it. Throw the raw stuff down, and I'll cook it when I'm back, in a chest or in the cellar or whatever.
Okay, almost there.
Just tell me where you stick it.
I'm tempted to just get off here so I can get some trees from over there.
Well, do you want to hop off?
Oh,
we got 1,000 feet.
We only had one other bull.
So we had 2 bulls, so you just took out one?
Mm-hmm.
That works.
Everything else up front are female.
I'm gonna look at some of the sheep that are giving fur, because I think a couple of the rams are some of the ones that are problems that aren't still like able to be familiarized, so we could take those out. Thank you, Firedale. I didn't mean to stick you with my.
Go in here.
Fine.
You're dropping?
Uh-huh.
Bye.
Because I see a building over there, and I can go ahead and set up shop in there for a little bit.
It is day. You might want to make some travel before you.
Why?
Hey.
I will put it in the protein section.
Yeah. I put it in one of the under ones, and I'll go through and I'll get all that done.
One of the... Which ones?
Zero, thank you for following me. Like one of the lower level, the lower shelves is...
okay.
Because all the cooks have up top, and it just makes it easier to sort through it.
Alright.
Trees!
When the rat is back from his food, I will go get us some stuff. It's all leftovers, so it'll be pretty quick to put together.
Well, I might just have to go start food cooking. I don't have any ready at the moment, so... But I'm just going to go ahead and chop down a tree and get a boat ready for when I'm traveling, and that's pretty much when I'm going to go head out.
If you put stuff in your inventory and just press D, it will get rid of all decay on all of it. Is that right?
If you click on that type, so it'll decay all of the tomatoes, but your... Actually, I think it decays all of
everything.
it. Yeah, it stacking only stacks with.
Yeah,
the
stack is
specific
per type. Decay is all of them.
Decay is all of them.
That's nice.
Yes, it is. Very thankful when they put that in. I'm pretty sure I'm the reason they put that in after a few
I
seasons
think you are.
of me mold picking.
This is an unusual structure. It's a stump of one of those giant trees that has been taken over by a wire support frame.
Yeah, that's the only way to really... that he was able to think about getting those in without completely destroying the world. And loading in humongous trees.
This jute does not look like it is ready. I think you're right, Anessos, we need to just make it every other month.
Yeah, just make it 2 months, because they will die if you leave them too long, but I presume it's not like
Only if it gets cold.
right after it starts.
Right.
Sorry, what, Fardo?
Wolfie was saying
if it
only
gets
if it
cold
got cold enough to go to seed.
I will be back.
No, there's a die if the